Hello, YouTube friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell, per usual, on this good Saturday morning. It is May the 2nd, 2026, and it is currently, 7:20 something in the morning. I'm just getting up. I kind of don't feel my greatest per se. But when I woke up this morning, I was hearing, hold on. When I woke up this morning, I was hearing make a video about demons, like how to spot a demon. So maybe God wanted me to talk about that or something. I was hearing talk about how I was able to spot the demons within my life or whatnot. And I really hope my phone is recording sound. I'm not sure if it is. But I was told to talk about spotting demons and how I learned to spot demons in my life or whatever. And you know how they say that the devil doesn't come to you wear a red suit and horns. Like, he usually comes to you looking exactly like what you want. That's pretty much how demons are as well. Most demons that come into your life, of course, they come in human form. And they come in any sex, any age, any way that you may need to be tempted. And I'm going to give a few different examples. Like, you could be a woman like myself, wanting to get married or, just out here dating. And you can bump into a guy who's a karmic, a demon sent into your life to teach you lessons. But when you first this person, they're not going to come off as a demon. They're going to come off as somebody tall, dark, and handsome. Somebody who seems to share the same interest as you. Somebody who may even pretend to love you. And the whole time, this person is a demon that came into your life to drain you, to see how they can use you, to upgrade off of you and things like that. So you can't just look at a person. Confirmation. You can't just look at a person and base them to be an angel off of beauty, because that's how you get fooled. And that's also why they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because a lot of things that people consider to be beautiful. Good morning. Morning, guys. A lot of things. I'm sorry, y'all. I had just woke up. I got my under the wig cap on, so my hair is still under here and everything. But I just wanted to make this video really fast because it was on my spirit. But I was being told to talk about those things like demons, the devil, Satan, karmics, whatever you want to call them. They come into our lives looking beautiful or looking exactly like what we want. Sometimes you can be a couple that can't have children and you want to adopt a child. You can go to an adoption center or orphanage. You can adopt a child, and it's something that you and your husband or wife wanted so bad, and you think it's the right thing to do, and you go adopt this child, and this is a whole demonic-ass child. That can very much so happen. Just like vice versa. I mean, that can happen because God wanted you to wait. Like, I didn't bless you with a child yet because I wanted you to meet a certain person. I wanted you to experience a certain situation before I blessed you with the child. But being that we don't know God's plan and sometimes we rush and do things on our own, these people can go out and adopt a child instead of waiting and being patient and trying, and you end up adopting a demonic child into your family because you were just a little bit impatient. And people don't know what it's like to experience infertility or to want to have a baby and you can't get pregnant. So I understand people being impatient, but I'm just breaking it down to how sometimes we do invite demons into our space. And that's why they say you can't open up your doors to everybody. And I had to learn that the hard way, because people who I thought were my friends, or guys who fucked with me or were interested in me, those were actually demons in my life. And I opened up the door for them. Like, yeah, you can come live with me. I care about you. You don't got to be on the streets. But the whole time, God wanted them to be on the streets, because I don't know what they did behind the scenes. But me being a kind heart, opening up my door to them, thinking that they're my friend. And sometimes these people are demons, karmics, putting your life to fuck over you. Like, karmics have a rose, just like angels do. So God was telling me to talk about that. And demons come in every sex, every race, every age, every financial category. You can't just say somebody a demon because they poor, because a poor person could be an angel for sure. Jesus walked around in what? Jesus sandals and a robe. Meanwhile, you hear about pharaohs in the Bible who was dripped in gold and shit. But was Jesus not royalty? Out here walking around looking like a bum? Which is why you can't judge a book by its cover. Which is why I'm also not embarrassed to come in front of you guys, even when I'm looking a mess. I just woke up. I haven't washed my face, brushed my teeth yet. I snatched my wig off last night and went to sleep. My edges is all matted the fuck down. But again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I'm not a demon. Demons usually hide themselves with some sort of mask, makeup, fake persona. When angels and good people, they are usually their authentic self. Because what do you need to be fake for? You're an angel. You don't need to hide who you are. And angels, we know that we make mistakes. We were born sinners. But that's why God chose us, because out of all the options of temptation, 9 times out of 10, an angel is going to try to fight the temptation, when a demon is going to engage in temptation. So you can't just say just because somebody is financially stable that they must be doing good behind the scenes and they're an angel. Because a lot of people who are financially stable are very much so demonic. That's why they look at the celebrities and the whole Illuminati and selling your soul to the devil and sacrificing people and shit like that. A lot of rich and wealthy people, they look nice. They dress nice. They smell nice. But behind the scenes, they do demonic ass shit so that they can stay above other people. And then you have people like myself who you might not see me dressed nice today. You might see me looking a mess today. You might see me looking a bum. But behind the scenes, I do any and everything I can for myself and everybody else around me to have a positive life instead of a negative. So there's a difference. There's a difference between beauty and beautiful. Beauty is inside. Beautiful is the outside. That is true. And you can be very beautiful on the outside, and because your spirit is ugly on the inside, it makes you unattractive to certain people. You would be unattractive to an angelic spirit, even if you sexy to a demonic one. You see what I'm saying? So you have to really learn to spot a demon. And I wasn't always able to spot demons. I thought people had good hearts. You know, even I knew everybody didn't have a good heart, but even the people who I was just like, ooh, that's a fucked up person. It's some real fucked up people out up in this motherfucker. So God was just telling me to talk about that. Like, you have to let people know that demons sometimes are going to come dressed up looking good as fuck, smelling good, having everything that you need. They're going to come as the same sex sometimes, the opposite sex, a child, an elder. So I was hearing talk about that, you know. People are so confused about discernment. And just like somebody was saying, beauty could be in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is off within. You know, people don't know that. We say it all the time, but people don't know that for real. They're too surface level, meaning that they look for beauty on the outside. That's why a lot of people are in fucked up relationships too, because they're looking for beauty on the outside, but you never took the time to look at somebody's inside. Other than putting your dick inside of them or something. Like, look at this person's heart. You know how they say when judgment day come, they're going to see if how your heart weigh, if it weigh light as a feather or if it's heavy as fuck. Like, beautiful souls, they're light as a feather. They don't carry around negative shit. I ain't saying that they don't carry around baggage, because even angels, we have tests, trials, tribulations, things that we have to defeat. So you're gonna see us at times looking beat the fuck up because we just got out of a battle, again, trying to save ourselves as well as everyone else. So hell yeah, sometimes you're gonna see an angel looking fucked up. Even in the Bible, they say angels, you might see a big eyeball surrounded by several small eyeballs and then feathers. Well, that looks scary as fuck if you ask me. I don't want to see no big ass floating eyeball with 100 other eyeballs surrounding it and then some fucking feathers looking like a dream catcher. That shit is scare the fuck out of me. But that's how the Bible described angels. Meanwhile, demons, they look more human for them, don't they? But with horns, sharper teeth, and shit like that. So, you know, I'm hearing Stranger Things, and I've only watched the first couple of seasons of Stranger Things with my children. And I remember, like, they had the upside down. I'm hearing, like, that's how the world really is. You need to switch the roles when it comes to pretty much everything. Like, demons aren't scary. Angels are scary. Like, that's what needs to be taught to people. Angels are really here to fight off demons. So if you thought and you were taught that a demon is scary, then an angel must be 10 times more scarier than a demon if their job is to defeat a demon. Because the goal is not for the demons to defeat the angels. The goal is for the angels to defeat the demons. So that means angels have to be more powerful and more threatening than a demon, right? Right. So again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and real recognizes real. And sometimes you gotta go past surface level, because just because you see me looking like I'm having a hard time, you don't know what I'm doing behind the scenes. That's why they say stay down until you come up. Sometimes when you putting in hard work, you're not spending any money, you're saving it for moving or traveling or whatever. You kind of looking down right now. It's not until you done worked real hard, you done made those savings and they done added up. Now you can relax a little bit. Now I can go shopping. Now I can get my hair done. Now I can go and do the things that I wasn't able to do because I wanted to save. So granted, you met me while I was saving. You thought I was a bum. But all this time I was saving behind the scenes. Now you see me out and I may look a little better. But you judged me not knowing that I was working hard. Meanwhile, you can see somebody out here that got an inheritance, stole something, scammed something from somebody, and you giving them all the praise because you felt like they worked hard for something. Meanwhile, you don't know that behind the scenes, they stole everything that they have. So again, it's discernment, taking time. It takes time to get to know somebody. And the stronger your discernment is, the easier and the quicker it is for you to take the time to spot an angel or a demon. The easier it is for you to realize real love and fake love. So now that I've learned how to spot demons, that's why people be like, oh, she's so nonchalant. She don't care no more like how she used to. No, that's not true. It's just like, now I see you for who you are, and I refuse to waste my time that way because I learned that lesson already. So now I'm not about to play with you how I used to play with you back in the day, because I learned that you're a demon now. And granted, I'm an angel. I'm not afraid of demons. I don't treat you like you're nothing, but I'm not going to engage with you because I know what you're about. So it's a difference. And again, I don't think I'm better than anybody. It's just, this is how I'm choosing to work on myself, because we all have the free will to work on ourselves and to better ourselves in any way, shape, or form that we want to. And for the last 5 or 6 years, when I started going through all this shit, I took the time to actually learn myself. I didn't want to do nothing else. I wanted to learn me, learn my weaknesses, learn my strengths, learn the people who were surrounded by me. And, you know, eventually I started losing people. They say, ask God. If you ask God to remove the demons and the people who are not supposed to be in your life, you start losing family and friends. Well, that happened. For real. When you ask for that, God starts removing people. Now I don't got nobody. And I'm not crying about it, because this is what I asked for. I asked for truth. information. And when you ask for truth and revelation and God put that shit up in your motherfucking face, sometimes you gotta sit there looking dumb like, damn. And all this time I thought I knew something. But that's why Erykah Badu say, to know something is to know that you know nothing at all. Because when God ready to sit you down and reveal some shit to you, that's exactly what he do. And you would be like, damn. If I had stayed in this situation a little bit longer, I'd be dead tomorrow. I'm glad God made my friend cross me. Because you crossed me this way early. Because I asked God to reveal you to me. But if I had kept hanging around you, I wonder how was you really going to cross me? You know? So God's plan is God's plan for a reason. So, yeah, when you ask for it, it's most definitely going to happen. Even when you ask God to remove things that no longer serve you, he'll make you lose a job. Knowing that you going to this job every day, your co-workers fucking with you, supervisor fucking with you, you unhappy, you're not making enough money, you're not getting paid, you're not getting the benefits that you should, God will purposely make you lose that job. The whole time you'll be looking at it like, oh God, I lost my job. What am I going to do now? And God got something totally different in store for you because he knew that you would have stayed loyal to this job. And that's what I was telling my daughter, because she's just now, having clients and being in the health field. And sometimes I was a CNA. I got my CNA license when I was 19. I didn't come out of the health field until I was 30. So I was a CNA all that time. I had little side jobs in between at call centers and little warehouses and stuff. But for the most part, I've been a CNA or something, a caregiver, home health aide, or something pretty much all my life in my career life per se. I used to want to be a nurse until I became a CNA. So I was in the medical field for a long time, and I had clients. I worked at nursing homes, assisted livings, and everything like that. And sometimes you will build a rapport, a personal relationship with your client, and you will stay at that job knowing damn well you're not getting paid enough. Or you will stay there because you love them. Like, dang, I love her like she my grandma. I love him like he my grandpa. Ain't nobody else gonna take care of them like I take care of them. So you stay at this job. But the whole time you putting your family on the back burner to take care of another family. But you don't realize that. And God will make you realize that. Like, excuse me, bitch, you going to give this family 40 hours of your time every week and you not getting paid enough. Sometimes you got to go and work overtime so you can feed your kids that you're barely getting to see. You still don't got enough money. This family happy as fuck to see you come through the door every day. Meanwhile, you're not even seeing your own. God will snatch a job from you because of something like that. But you will be looking at it like, oh, my job. So, yeah, sometimes you have to learn to look at things from a different perspective. I just was looking at stuff like that. It's crazy. But God was telling me to talk about that. And I'm hearing like I beat this out. Something is going to be delivered to you, but it's not going to look like what you prayed for. Like, let's just say, I'm going to use a relationship again for an example. Like, let's just say you are attracted to guys who are tall, dark, and handsome with perfect white teeth, nice waves, 360s. That's just your type. But you end up falling in love with somebody who is the same height as you, maybe even a little shorter. You love guys who have haircuts, waves, 360s, but you hate guys who have untamed hair, but you fall in love with a man who has dreads because he captivated your heart. Sometimes we can think we want or need or that we're attracted to something until you find what you really want, need, and what really attracts you. And you realize it's nothing like what you thought it would look like. Or are for these guys who they go and invest all this money. Oh, I gotta have me a bad bitch. If my girl don't got on lashes and hair down her ass crack, and if she don't got perfect titties and asses from BBLs, I don't want her. And you go and you invest this money into a woman, and then she start cheating on you with other men who feel the same exact way. Thanks for investing in me. Whole time you go and you fall in love with somebody who got a fupa. You done wasted your money on a bitch who never loved you. Or I'm not ever talking to nobody who got kids. And you fall in love with somebody who got multiple children. Because you never know what you're willing to accept until you go out there and experience different things. You may think you want something and find out you want something totally different. And that's why I believe it's okay to get divorces. Because just like we make mistakes, People always love to compare women to cars. Would you want to go and buy a car that got 500 miles on it? But they be out here switching bitch after bitch after bitch. Would you trust a motherfucker to drive you around who keep failing a road test? Lisa, bitch, a car that got 500,000 miles on it, that motherfucker must be reliable. A motherfucker who gotta keep on failing and I'm in a new relationship, a different baby mama, like, damn, you couldn't pass your road test? You just kept failing? But no, you didn't know what you wanted. But you was moving too fast, guessing the answers, instead of taking your time to study this and pass. But they always comparing women to cars and stuff like that. You will be surprised how sometimes you can get something that you didn't want, and it does everything that you needed. So again, I'm here. You got to know the difference between a demon, a demonic person, an angel, and an angelic person. And balance it out. And stop being so surface level sometimes. Because that's how we really miss our blessings. Like, a man could come into your life and he don't look like what you wanted. So you treated him some type of way. Whole time this was your blessing. Vice versa. Same thing for a woman. A woman could come. Me personally, I have been in a man's life recently, and I could tell that he just wasn't used to somebody like me. Like, for one, I'm genuine in everything I do. You're used to bitches who you gotta throw money at. Two, I got kids. You used to bitches who leave their kids or go do this or go do that, or instantly make you feel needed by coming into your life, making you take care of their kids. I like that. I want to even see if you like me enough first before I want to introduce you to my kids. And then once I introduce you to my kids, you might not even like my kids. So some stuff take time. You know, I thank God that I have nice kids, wonderful kids. People be complaining about my kids, but look at what I've been going through. People trying to do what? Take custody of my children. Because really, I have good children. Lovable children. Beneficial children. But yeah, you know, again, bringing that back to me and be like, oh, I ain't dating no woman with all them kids. You would be surprised how you can fall in love with somebody else's kids. Look at people out here. Some of these kids, their only parents is a teacher or a football coach. So you never know. People just be out here talking. That is crazy. So you got to learn to spot an angel, spot a demon, and spot when God is sending people into your life to be a blessing, when you so used to people coming into your life being a lesson. So I had to learn that myself as well. And I was telling that to people too, because somebody had asked me recently as well, like, what is your type when it comes to dating? And, you know, when I was younger and growing up and stuff, like, if you look at my baby daddy and, you know, people that I used to talk to, now people start to say, oh, well, really, she didn't have a type. But people just swore up and down. I liked light-skinned guys with good hair and this, that, and the other. Until one day I was like, well, you know, really, I like my guys tall, dark, and handsome with haircuts. And somebody was like, what? I'm like, yeah. But the age ranges that I met my baby daddy, I was young. I was attracted to something different. I thought I wanted something. that I did not want. And it wasn't based off looks. It was based off, when I was younger, I was basing things off looks. Now, my attraction that I'm older, the looks have changed. I'm not even so much attracted to that look anymore. But it ain't even about looks, because somebody can be in front of me that's tall, dark, and handsome, fine as fuck. Like, you could be turning me on with the looks, but then you could start talking to me all crazy. Like, one of my old friends, or somebody I used to know per se, she had a real disrespectful ass boyfriend who used to be talking to her all types of ways. Bitch, get over here and do this, bitch this, bitch that. And I used to just be like, I can never be in a relationship like that. Like, I say bitch a lot. I'm a female though. And I'll be talking and I'll be like, oh, bitch, girl. But a man talking to me like, bitch, you better get over here. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. That type of shit, that ain't gonna work with me. But it's different strokes for different folks. She used to be attracted to that. But then when it came to the point, I'm like, yeah, because I want to talk to her. I want to ask your friend if we can have a threesome, or ask her, go get that girl and ask her to come here. Bitch. Because now I'm calling you a bitch. You ain't about to be talking to me like that. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Birds of a feather don't always flock together. You have to get to know people. Because just because my friend tolerates this, she may be attracted to that. Some women are. That's like having sex. Some women like to get all choked up and shit like that. Bitch, you only taking the choking to a certain extent around this motherfucker, because is you fucking me or is you trying to beat the fuck out of me? It's a difference. The fuck you need to be choking me till I can barely breathe for? That ain't turning me on, bitch. I'm about to die. But some people are attracted to that type of shit. So it's always to each his own, which is what I'm saying. You have to take the time to learn who's for you, who's not for you, who's angelic, who's to be a karmic in your life. And sometimes you got to flip the roles, because the person that you thought was meant to be in your life may be the person who was sent to destroy your life, is what God wanted me to say. And that person that you dogged out was probably sent from heaven to help you, but you were too surface level to see past whatever the barrier may have been. Physical flaws, financial flaws. You were too close-minded to see past that, so you missed your blessing. So it's so many different things. Attraction is such a mental thing for me, especially since I've gotten older. Exactly. So, like, the things we were used to, being attracted to when we were younger, that shit don't be sexy no more. Like, what? You still doing what? You spent your money at the strip club, you getting home at 3 a.m., you blew it at the casino, we got kids, a family, we need to buy a house. Like, all that shit be changing. One thing that I am very much so unattracted to now, and that's crazy, is because I like somebody and he really likes to gamble a lot. I hate gambling. Like, yeah, every blue moon is cool, but people who have a gambling addiction, that pisses me off. Because why are you so willing to risk something that can help us in many other different ways? So that's a turn off to me. But younger days, I'd be like, oh, let's go to the casino. It's a lot of nice guys at the casino up there spending money and this, that, and the other. Now, one place I do not want to go find a man is the fucking casino. Because why are you here? Or the strip club or the club or anything like that. Because why are you here wasting your money on this when there's so many other things that we could be spending money on? Investing in, traveling. But you spending your money on some bitches, shaking their ass and titties. But younger days, teenagers be like, oh yeah, I'm going to the strip club with my man. And I agree with men being able to go have fun with their guy friends, and next time get bigger nails. I'm actually ready to take these off. These too long for me. Really, I need to do my son hair. But it's just a lot of different things going on, and it's a lot of different ways to spot people who are genuinely for you. But everything doesn't come easy, and those are the things that don't come easy. Discernment. We can easily be tricked. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, especially when it comes to love and all types of things. I've even seen deceiving children. So I've been in the last couple of years pretty much isolated into myself, just really observing. I've seen men who daughters come into their life and ruin their relationships and things like that. Your kids can be karmic to you as well. That's what I'm saying. You have to know when to spot a demon, because sometimes it'll be our own children who was meant to fuck up something for us. And we all love our children, but that doesn't mean that they were not born karmic. So yeah, that's just something that God wanted me to talk about. Yes, it could be your own kids. I'm telling you, I've seen it several times. Even when it comes to my kids. Sometimes, y'all hear me say it all the time, it be my own kids. I be wondering if they working with me or against me. And I don't mean that for like my youngest son, but them oldest ones, them teenagers, sometimes they get to feeling themselves and thinking they can tell you what to do. And I done seen some people, kids, start talking to their spouses all disrespectful. And you know, I never been married, but my first baby daddy, he's remarried. And the father of my oldest kids, my teenagers, he's remarried. And I don't really know, I can't use him as an example because his marriage is unstable. However, I'm saying, like, I wouldn't condone in my children disrespecting the wife. But at the same time, you got to give kids respect. So when I do get married, I want a relationship where we're a blended family. And your kids respect me, I respect your kids. My kids respect you, you respect my kids. All that disrespectful talking to my husband and shit, I'm not dealing with that type of shit. When you can get the fuck out. Because that's why I say all the time now, I understand baby boy, Jody, his mama, and why she said mama gotta have a life too. No, I don't want to just put my kids out, put my son out, but once your kids get to a point where they disrespecting you instead of defending you, or they're, you know, thinking that they have more power than you, it'll be your own kids who run your spouse away, who fuck your house up, and all types of things like that. Hey, darling. Okay. That's one of my babies right there. She needed some tissue out my trunk. But, yeah. It's so many different things that I've just learned. And that's why my perspective is different. Excuse me. I don't look at much of the outer appearance. Heart. That's how I've learned to discern people. And I'm attracted to people's hearts, if that makes sense. So you can be very handsome to me, and I'm saying you can start talking and, oh, bitch, fuck you, and get over here and suck my dick, and oh no. That type of shit, that finesse 2 times type of shit, oh, polygamy, and get over here and cook her some food. Yeah, no. But it's different strokes for different folks. But you gotta learn who was meant to come into your life to really trigger you to be fucked up. But all you gotta do, just like me and one of the other people in my comments was saying earlier, is ask God to reveal people to you. And they masks start falling off, their true colors start coming out, and you will be sitting there like, oh my God. If I had stayed around this person, I would probably really have been dead. They really was going to set me up. Or they really had fucked up intentions for me. Or he was really going to dog me out. Like, I thought he dogged me out, but he was really going to dog me out if I stayed around. So, That's all. God wanted me to talk about that, even from your friends, your family. Sometimes our family is our biggest hater or karmic. And that's in everybody's life. Stop talking like that in front of your child. Oh, my baby only came to get her some tissue out of the car, and she went in the house to use the bathroom. She was only out here for a split second. But, yeah. And they're going to learn these same things, too. That you can't just look at people surface level and assume that they're a good person. But they're learning that, too. And learning the hard way. So, yeah. It was something about that needed to be get out. I mean, that I needed to get out. It is important to still recognize negative aspects of people you love and care for. That is true. Because it, like I just said, sometimes it be your own family and friends that's mentally abusing you and stuff. I know that. I experienced that personally. So I totally agree with revival. Is it revival natural? I agree with that. Like, or is it revive? Oh, revival natural. I agree with that. I done been mentally abused by the closest people to me. And it's the craziest thing. But that's what I'm saying. People are meant to be Judases in your life. Look at Cain and Abel. His own brother killed him out of jealousy. He never did anything to his brother. So, it's crazy. Revival natural. Okay. Yes, I agree with you 100%, honey. So, it's a lot that be going on. And you know, when I was saying that one of my YouTube followers, I met up with her yesterday, and she was a very nice lady. She was a little bit older than me. She was a little bit older than my mom would have been. And I said, like, I just really embraced her and gave her a hug. And she made me feel so warm, as if I was like around my mother and my grandmother and stuff like that. She was saying the same thing, like, you have to be able to use your discernment. She was like, she watches my channel and she could tell that I be on here telling the truth. Like, I'm not trying to get over on people when I tell my story and things like that. And I really appreciated that from her. Like, to know that I'm not on here playing is a lot. Because people would make it seem like I'm trying to tell my story for sympathy or something, and I'm not. I really be telling my story because, for one, it's how I stay sane. Two, I feel like my story is one day going to eventually help a lot of people, not just one, but many of people get over things, if it ain't nothing but just heartbreak. And I get on here and make the videos because I've learned that God will put you through stuff to teach you that you don't need nobody but him. And once you learn that lesson, he's going to send people in your life, a soul family, who you can relate to, talk to, understand, and things like that. And that's how I'm finding you guys, by just telling my story. And some people can relate. So it's bringing me a soul family. And that's what I don't have. Family, friends. So again, I'm building that when I come on and I tell my story. And y'all see, I don't ask for donations. I don't even ask you guys to subscribe. I let you take on that place on your own. If you watch a video and you resonate with me, or you like my spirits, or you like watching my channel, then you go ahead and subscribe. But I don't ask people to like, share, comment, or subscribe. I don't ask for donations or anything like that, because this is not a pity party. It's a family party where I come and express myself to people who I like to build a family with. So, yeah, and I might find my husband on here. My husband could very much so be watching me. You know, I did have a guy, speaking of learning people and being able to use discernment. I had somebody ask me one time, like, do you think you can really genuinely fall in love with somebody on the internet? And I was saying yes, if they're being their true, authentic self. Like, look how when the pandemic came, shoot, I needed the tissue. My baby just said, oh, speaking of my YouTube follower, she bought me some Kleenex because she know I be on here crying. But, she's a very, very, very nice lady. It's a reason that I haven't said her name yet, because I do know her name. I'm not going to forget it. But, she was saying the same thing too. Like, I could just tell you're genuine with your story, and I wanted to reach out to you, and I appreciated that, because the people who know I be telling the truth, they be out here spreading lies, acting like I'm making this stuff up. But that's how I become so spiritual. You know, when you get to the point where you need to isolate yourself, or, you know, just take the time to get to learn yourself, that's when you really learn God. Like, the last 6 years of my life have been the hardest years of my life, but I'm very so grateful for those years, because being by myself, not having the support that I needed and stuff, is what built my relationship with God. And I would never, ever, ever want to go without God. So that's what I'm just saying. And with being with God, he's the one who gave me this discernment. He's the one who taught me about the difference between angels and demons and how to spot them. He's the one who helped me build my strength. It's just like I'm seeing the Karate Kid with Taraji P. Henson, and is that Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son? And I'm just seeing the parts of, you know, he didn't want to move to China. He was from America. His mom, I don't know if she had got a job and needed to move to China, but he was an American kid there. And, you know, Chinese people are supposed to be like 10 times more advanced than we are. So he goes there, and then, you know, he's getting bullied. And he don't even know why he getting bullied. So, you know, he ends up finding his trainer, and they're just one-on-one. He's not going around his mom as much as he used to, because now he's training. And, you know, it seemed like tough love at first. And he's trying to figure that shit, like, for karate, so that I can defend myself. What the fuck you got me hanging this coat up for? Like, pick it up, throw it down. Pick it up, throw it down. And he was just trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is you need to be teaching me how to kick, punch, hi-ya around this motherfucker, not pick this coat up and put it down, pick it up and put it down. But the purpose of that was, like, you need to learn how to listen, when to use, how to use it for strength. And he was teaching him that by making him pick this coat up off the ground, hang it up, drop it back down on the ground, back up. That was teaching him so much. And within these last 6 years of my life, that's how I felt. Like I was going through the same thing over and over again. Pick the coat up, throw it down. Pick it up, throw it down. I'm like, God, what the fuck? I'm literally living my life as good as I can. Damn, I'm glad I ain't on coke, selling pussy, and all that type of shit around this motherfucker. I done been through so much shit. I'm glad I ain't committed suicide. And you still giving me tests? But now I thank God for that. And just like I'm pretty sure in the Karate Kid, he thanked God. He thanked him for making him pick that coat up, drop it, pick it up, drop it. Like sometimes God gonna isolate you, put you by yourself, make you go through the same over and over and over again to build your strength. And then once he do that, he throw you back out there to the fucking wolves. Just like he did him. He went out there and fought. That Chinese boy was kicking his ass. I don't know if that was China or Japan. Whatever. They all look alike. They was kicking his ass at first. He was fucked up. But then he remembered that shit. I done came over here to this fucking country. I done got over here, tried to make friends. Everybody tried to shun me away except this one beautiful girl who's in the audience watching me right now. Get my ass beat. Then he go back, pick it up, drop it down. Pick it up, drop it down here. Dust yourself and try again. So he got the fuck up. Barely had any strength left. and kicked his ass. And he won, right? That's just how it is with God. It look like we be getting our ass beat. But once you learn them lessons, he gonna come through. And you gonna win the trophy. It's just how it works. So that's why I tell my stories. Granted, it looked like I'm having hard time after hard time after hard time. And going through situation after situation after situation. It's God saying, pick that coat up. Drop it down. Pick it up. Drop it down. And that's how I've been building my strength. So, again, this is not a pity party. It's an encouragement party to never give up. To give uplifting words to other people who may be going through something. And if you're not here for that, I ask you to leave. To not comment, not like, not subscribe, not even come and watch my channel. Because we don't want that type of negative energy here. So, yeah. Charge your phone. I do need to charge my phone. You gave me the warning about 2 or 3 times. That's right. And yes, you will keep having the same lesson until you learn it. And that's what I'm saying. So I've learned a lot now. So surface level features and all that fake persona and stuff, those are called clones. I've learned to be my natural, authentic self. I've learned to love people for their hearts and not their looks, not their money, not what they can offer you, not because of codependence or trauma bonding, but genuine love. And that's what I'm saying. So it ain't that my standards are so high. My perspective is just different. That's all I'm saying. But I'm about to get off here, guys. I just wanted to talk about that for a moment before I go in the house and get myself together for the day. As y'all can see, I need to do. Like I said, I haven't got up or anything yet. I mean, I haven't gotten out the car. Y'all know I live in my car. I haven't gotten out the car. So I haven't went in the house and washed my face or brushed my teeth or shower, did my hair or anything like that. And that's what I'm going to do. I usually try not to go in too earlier. I had to go in the house earlier, though, because I was really feeling so nauseous. I actually had to go and get rid of whatever was upsetting my stomach. I was so nauseous. So I had to throw it up. But other than that, I try to be very respectful. I don't really like to be in nobody's space. I try not to go in the house until everybody else has waken up and everything like that. And it's just, I just been thugging it out until my time comes. And speaking of my newfound friend, she calls me her godchild. And I need that. I need a mama. Look, I need a mother-in-law or something. But, you know, she's just like, you're not going to be homeless for long. It's people out here who can help. You know, just keep doing what you need and have to do. And that's what I'm going to do. I need to get my car fixed because I said I think the strut is broke now. But I'm hearing God say that the test, I've passed a lot of tests. And it's over. I'm about to be rewarded. So I can't give up. I can't lose hope. I just got to thug it out a few more days. I heard 3 weeks. And that was about a week ago. So maybe about 2 weeks. I just got to keep my faith. Great book for anybody struggling with codependency. Melody, is that Beatty? Has a few books on the topic. Codependent No More. Oh, Codependent No More is the title that sticks in my head. Then Try Harder. Peace Always for Us All. Yeah. Most public libraries will have it. Yeah. That's for anybody. I'm really, I will look into that. I don't think I have a problem with codependency If I did, I don't have that anymore. That's why I be saying, like, people be saying I'm nonchalant. For the most part, I really don't like being around people. You know, when I say I prayed and asked God to remove certain people from my life, when he started doing that and I lost all my family and friends and I started being by myself, I really noticed that I enjoy being by myself. You know, I have people that I like to be around. And like I said, I want to get married. So again, I want a husband, of course, my immediate family and things like that, maybe a friend or two, but large crowds of people and stuff, or being around, you know, other people like that, I don't really care for it. And it's not that I'm not a people person, because when I go out and mingle with people, I have a good time. I'm telling y'all, I do. I have a good time. I usually be like the life of the party. We laugh. We have real good times. And then I'll be ready to go home and not do that shit again for like about another 2 weeks. Like that, I like being like that. It's just how I am. So, but I did used to be codependent. I think like when my mother first passed away, I think because I missed her so much, I used to be codependent on that feeling of having somebody around that loves me per se. But now I don't want nobody around me like that for real. You know, I like to have my kids around, my baby around me. And yeah, like when I start liking people, like as far as if I'm dating and I really start liking a guy or something, then I like a person. Or if I, or you know, maybe I'll start have a book club or something. But you know, you got to find certain people who you would really like and enjoy being around. And for the most part, I don't really care to be around people. See, that's how I'm trying to be. People be thinking I'm playing. Revival, when I say I want to live on a farm or something, or off grid, I'm serious about that. I ain't necessarily saying I want to raise a whole bunch of cows and chickens and everything like that, but I want my 40 acres and a mule. Some space away from people. Because a lot of people don't be on the same, you off grid. I'm trying to tell you, I want to be off grid. Like, just leave me alone. It ain't even, it's let me live in peace how I want to live. Like, if I have the free will, then let me have the free will. Why are you trying to tell me how to live or judge how I live and criticize me when I'm me? You know, you don't have those problems when you off grid or out the city where everybody cloned out and want to act alike and look alike and dress alike and follow each other. That's what I'm saying. You got to notice a demonic clone. And that's people who fall for everything. They want to be the topic of discussion, the trendsetter. They want to be in the in crowd. They want to do this. They can't be by themselves. Those are demonic people who can't be alone. They're codependent, demonic clones. That's what we're talking about. But when you level up and you get to a different level of maturity, understanding, and things like that, you notice that peace is power. So you like, the more you're alone, the smaller your circle is, the more peaceful your life is. And that's the power. You raise, oh, okay. You know, I was listening to the other day, and it was talking about raising chickens and eggs and things like that. And I was looking for like different ways to make money, speaking of land, farms, and things like that. And I heard that is a really good way to make money. And when I was in Georgia a few years ago for a moment visiting, my Uncle Kevin was telling me about like pecans, or some people call them pecans, and how like pecans are very good to invest in, like pecan trees and things like that. So I was thinking about certain things like that as well, because you know, it's different ways to make money opposed to what people are used to. So yes. Rabbits too. Ooh, I almost hit a rabbit. My son almost hit a rabbit the other day too. I've been seeing a lot of rabbits. I've been seeing a lot of rabbits. And then over here by where my kids' friends stay at, it's a lot of beavers and groundhogs as well. Or maybe they're groundhogs. And not beavers. Yeah, because beavers are the ones with the flat tails, I think. What is this? Beavers, groundhogs, and platypus. I haven't seen a platypus over here though. Did y'all know that platypus were real? I seen one before in Southfield. Me and my baby daddy one time, I was walking because I was pregnant and I was trying to, you know how when you get further and further in your pregnancy, they tell you to walk so that the baby can drop. We was walking around in the streets or whatever in Southfield, and we seen a platypus. And I'm like, oh my God, they are really real. I thought that was just off Phineas and Ferb. So yeah. I don't know, being that I've been living in the wilderness, look, sleeping in my car and stuff, I've been seeing a lot of things in nature. And I think that's why I'm so grounded too. I'm telling y'all, people be saying there's no way that I can be at such peace going through what I'm going through, but I be at such peace. So it's the most unpeaceful I ever be is when I'm around other people. So when I be by myself and the wind just be blowing, the birds just be chirping, and the damn nature's creatures be roaming around, I'll be perfectly fine. It's the fucking humans for me. Yes, they look like a beaver, duck, and something else mixed. This look like a trio or something. And that's scary. Like a beaver and a duck. But they are really real. We seen one before. Peace literally means nothing. Peace means everything to me. But that's why it's to each his own. You know? I agree to disagree. Peace means everything to me. Like, peace is wealth. Like, imagine being rich as fuck with no peace. Half the people that are rich don't have peace. Peace is highly overrated. I love it. I love it. But that's again why things are to each its own. I mean, I think I said that one time. I said it twice. I ain't gonna say it no more. Contentment is a great thing. Peace is good. Like, I was just thinking about when my baby get up, and I'm gonna have him come out here, grab his tablet or whatever, his little book bag with his sight words and stuff. It was kind of cold because I wanted to go to the park with him yesterday so I could be at peace. Like, I could be where it's open, the wind is blowing, I can get fresh air, you know, and be at peace. And I was going to work with my son with some of his sight words and things like that. But I be in peace in my car too, where I could turn the heat on and everything too. My baby be coming out here to chill with me. So when he gets up, I'm going to be doing that so I can, you know, help him with that or whatever. But peace, just like beauty and everything is in the eye of the beholder, peace is too. Because peace doesn't even mean the same thing for everybody. Something wrong with him? Yeah, Uncle Jukebox, something is wrong, because who wouldn't want peace? Peace is most definitely one of the most valuable things that we can have. But yeah, like, it's just peaceful right now. And I'm really just parked really in front of me. All you can see is trees. But, and the sun shining. But sometimes that's all I need to be able to meditate and talk to God and ground myself and my energy and get aligned with the universe and things like that. And then I could come out in the world and deal with people. So again, you have to ground yourself and become peaceful with everything that's going on before you can even go out here and deal with everything that's going on. That's what I learned. But I love you guys. And I wish you guys nothing but love, joy, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, peace, prosperity, and abundance. Because those are the things that you need to survive in a world that thrives off of chaos. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to close up my digital diary for the moment, and I am going to take the time to dwell with the sun and the earth and things like that. And I noticed that it has been a few full moons for the last couple of nights as well. So energy around is potent. So don't let nothing take you out of your element. Okay? Love you guys. That's probably why I was talking about the demons and the angels. Because when the full moon come out, the best of both worlds come out. Okay? So keep your head up, guys. And I'm going to do the same. I love y'all. Stay safe in the straight streets or wherever you may be from.